Every Malinois owner has that day. The day it all falls apart. The day your dog, your highly trained, highly intelligent, supposedly obedient dog, completely ignores you. Not just once. Not just a miscue. I'm talking about a full-on shutdown. No recall. No eye contact. No response. Just a dog who looks right through you and chooses the world instead. This was that day for me. And I'll never forget it. Because what happened next didn't just change how I trained, it changed who I became as a handler, and as a person. If you've ever wondered why your Malinois suddenly stops listening, even after months or years of consistent training, this story is for you. Bullseye emoji, subscribe to the Pet Perspective if you're ready for the kind of honesty most trainers avoid. This isn't about perfection. It's about the real journey. It started like any other walk. Calm. Leashed. Routine. But I knew he was a little edgy. The energy was high. The wind was up. And then we saw it, another dog, across the field. No leash. Barking. Moving fast. I gave the cue. My Malinois didn't even flinch. I called again, stronger this time. He surged forward. I tightened the leash, gave the correction I thought was fair. But instead of coming back into focus, he checked out completely. He locked in on the other dog, ignored everything I said, and for the next 5 minutes, I didn't exist. And in that moment, something broke in me. Not because he failed. But because I suddenly realized, I wasn't leading, I was reacting. Still watching? Drop a comment, I've been there. Because I know I'm not alone in this. See, this wasn't a training problem. My dog knew what I was asking. He wasn't confused. He wasn't incapable. He just didn't trust that I could handle the moment. And he wasn't wrong. That day forced me to confront something I had been avoiding for months. I was only a good handler when everything was calm. But when chaos hit, I became unstable, emotional, tense. And my dog knew it. Push pin emoji, hit like if this is starting to sound familiar, if your dog listens in drills but not in real life. So what did I do next? I didn't go home and drill obedience harder. I didn't switch tools. I didn't punish him. I sat with it. I let the failure teach me. And then, I changed the way I approached leadership completely. First, I stopped viewing obedience as a performance, and started seeing it as a partnership. That meant I had to show up the same way every single day. Calm. Predictable. Focused. No more over-talking. No more frantic corrections. Just consistent energy. Second, I rebuilt neutrality. Instead of trying to control chaos, I trained calm responses in quiet places. We practiced ignoring small things, birds, leaves, sounds, until he started looking to me for guidance again. Third, I taught myself to breathe. Literally. Before any cue, I would ground myself. If my body wasn't calm, my command didn't leave my mouth. That simple rule changed everything. Bullseye emoji, subscribe now if you've realized the real breakthrough isn't what your dog learns, it's who you become in their eyes. Weeks went by. Then one day, it happened again. Another off-leash dog. Another high-stakes moment. But this time, my Malinois looked at me. Just a glance. And that glance told me everything. You're different now. And because you are, I'll follow. That moment? That 1 second of recognition? That was worth every setback. Bullseye emoji, drop a comment, I'm working on who I am. Because that's what matters most in this journey. Not the reps. Not the drills. Not even the commands. Your dog already knows the drill. They're waiting to see if you're ready to lead it. So if your Malinois has stopped listening, don't panic. Don't overcorrect. Don't retreat into more control. Instead, ask yourself, am I consistent in chaos? Do I give calm cues, or desperate ones? Does my energy invite trust, or create tension? Because dogs like this don't obey pressure. They obey presence. They obey predictability. They obey the handler who leads, even when everything else goes wrong. Bullseye emoji, subscribe to the Pet Perspective for honest, raw, and real-world dog psychology that honors the emotional side of training. Because the handler you become is the obedience your dog will mirror. And the day my Malinois stopped listening? That was the day I started leading.